Hi everyone, it's Andy Gorman here, and I want to introduce you to the brand new training products that I've launched for the 2021 golf season. We have the tapered rail, which you can see here. We have the gate rail, and we have Putt-IN. So all T-stroke products, and they're ready for distribution, ready to help you with your putting. I'm going to show you how to use the products correctly. So bear with me whilst we break down how these products are actually going to help you improve your putting and what benefits you can expect to find when you use them. I'll catch you in a moment. Hi everyone, it's Andy again. We've got the brand new T-stroke Putt-IN. The idea of the T-stroke Putt-IN is it's a multifaceted training aid. It's a simple drill training product. Ultimately, you've got yourself a ghost hole. If you're out on the golf course, you haven't got a practice green, you haven't got any holes to putt to, you've now got one. So it's 4 1/4 inches, 108 millimeters. It's exactly the same as a hole. It will rest in the top of the hole as well. Come to that in a moment. But essentially, it's got a couple of flat fronts. And the idea of this is sometimes we are practicing. We may be in a hotel room, maybe in our office. We can't put holes in our putting surfaces if they're just carpets in the living room. And we need something that we can easily stow away, slide it under the sofa maybe, so that Mrs. G doesn't find it. It's hidden out of the way, it's easy to work with, but very simply, it's got a flat front on 2 sides. And you may notice that there's a hole in the centre that is not quite round and it's not quite square. And the idea of that is to make sure that we are training our focus for our again, aiming small to miss small. This is going to tell us a lot about our speed of entry into the hole. This is really important to understand. A lot of folk don't get it when they're training with other training products. If you're trying to get it into a hole that maybe 6 inches up a ramp, I think you know what we're talking about, which one, you may well find that to get the ball to stick in the hole, that the speed is quite high. You've got to get the ball to go up that ramp quite a long way. The challenge to that is, actually I wouldn't want to hit any putts that speed. We're going to be running the ball several feet past the hole, and that for me is not the best way for us to be training our speed control. So the idea of putting was to establish a speed control drill. We can make it a little bit wider and we can make it a little narrower. That's the great thing about it. Of course, we've got a 4 1/4 inch hole to putt into, so if your focus is training hard, then ultimately it's going to help you to see a bucket-sized hole in your training. It's 50 mil this way, it's 64 mil this way, and it represents an optimum speed for the ball to go into the hole. If you are training on the narrow side here, it's effectively showing you what the width of the hole will be if you're hitting the ball around 2 feet past the hole. I would always recommend you hit a little bit softer than that. But if the hole is as narrow, if you're hitting it that quickly, then ultimately that's how wide your hole is. So now we can focus our training. We're going this way at 64 mil, we're looking at around about 12 inches or so past the hole. So now the hole is changing width based on our speed. So it's mindfulness training as much as anything else. If you like to bang the ball in, just remember that it's only 50 mil wide. Now, when we're training at home, we're on the carpet, we're in the office, we're not on the putting green, or maybe in the studio, what we do is we pop a couple of tees underneath and it creates a nice little ramp for you to put into. The idea of that is literally that the ball will go up, it'll catch at the optimum speed, it's created the right width for your target, and it's caught at the optimum speed at the back there. So very simple and straightforward, and it works a treat indoors and again outdoors if you need to do so. Same on both sides, so you can put the tee, there's 3 holes ultimately in there, you should be able to see, and it will allow you to angle and set at the optimum height, just using your tee peg. What it also does is allows us to identify entry points into holes. So we go onto a sloping green, if the ball needs to enter into that hole at a slightly different angle, on the sloping green you can see how it rests nicely over the top. You can look at your entry point from where the camera is, and putt into there, you can now turn it to face that entry point. What we are noticing since I've been working in the studio here on the green stage, we're noticing that clients are really struggling with their entry points into the hole whilst they're working with the putt-in. It might sound like it's not a great training product then, if that's the case. You take it away and they start holding everything. One, the hole has just increased in size, but two, they've identified the entry point into the hole and their visualization is now starting to change. That's a really good drill or exercise that we can be going and doing, because if we can nail that, ultimately it means that we've got more chance of holding the 3 and 4% breaking putts. Difficult putts to hole at whatever speed, at whatever distance. If you do that, you've got a fighting chance of lowering your score. And that's what I'm about, and that's a guarantee in my coaching. So the T-stroke training products are all about lowering your scores, helping you to improve your skills and train well, train hard, train challenging drills, but ultimately to improve your scores on the course. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the products and look forward to your feedback. We'll catch up soon.